Hello, welcome to week 3. Crikey me, it's where's the time gone? So this week the theme is play. So I'm going to be challenging you to look at capturing your interpretation of the word play. So are you going to be capturing somebody playing a game, playing an instrument, or are you going to be a little bit more kind of creative about what the term play might mean in reference just to kind of, daily life? Some examples coming up at the end that I've taken, and first it's going to be the review of last week, which was absolutely brilliant. Room with a View was last week's task. Okay, so welcome to the review of the second task, which was Room with a View. Can't believe it's been another week since then, but it's been fantastic kind of looking through all these uploads again and being able to comment and kind of hearing some feedback from people. So again, it's really great that you're kind of engaging in this. This was a difficult task because obviously street photography, we're not out and about in the streets, so we're not kind of capturing that life. So this was really interesting to kind of see your interpretation and your take on street photography, either from inside looking out or creatively, as some of you've done inside with some things as well. So again, I've just picked just a few to go in here just so I could kind of talk through really good stuff again, and lots of uploads. So again, I could have filled this and we could have done an hour's review, but it's good to kind of just give you a bit of feedback, and then you can go on and have a look yourself and go on and kind of comment. So first up, Tony Colpin. I really liked this. I had kind of a double take when I looked at it first, but obviously as you can see, we've got kind of the fireplace behind. You can see the reflection of the window and things behind, and obviously kind of the irony of toasting the crumpet on the open fire, which again I think is really nice and kind of quite a fun way of looking at it's a different view, isn't it, kind of looking out, and some nice comments on there as well. I quite like that. Kind of reminded me of a kind of a postcard in a way, which I think works really well for that kind of theme of a room with a view. Good to see the settings as well, so high ISO there as well, so you've been able to get that contrast of kind of you've got light source obviously in front and light source behind, but really kind of crisp and nice brightness on the crumpet, and I wonder what is your crumpet topping as well. I think mine at the minute is peanut butter. It makes it quite dry, but okay. Thanks, Tony. Steph. I really liked this one because I think one thing that we don't kind of, maybe we could play around with a bit more, is with stuff on phones especially, is some of the effects that you can use and some of the stuff that you can get with those effects. And I really like this. And again, very distinctive. You can tell it's Steph because of the angles, which is great. But I love this kind of contrast. Look at the clouds. It works really well as kind of a setting, just to kind of, I guess, kind of dampen some of the brightness. Has worked really well, so I do really like that. Back we go. Catherine, again, great shot. I really do like this. This contrast in the sky as well, the blue, really nice, and I love the kind of, looking up that embankment as well, and this reflection on the window as well. It's kind of captured as you're kind of shooting through glass. I think works really well. So it's really nice composition actually, and I was wondering whether that was a bird on there, but I can't quite tell. But anyway, really nice shot, Catherine. And you'll have to forgive my use of repetitive superlatives such as really nice and great and lovely. I'm trying not to script this, so it's just kind of off the top of the head, and I do genuinely mean it when I'm saying that. So Don't make fun of me. Steph, inside out. Great use of reflection here. I do really like like this one. You've got kind of more space here for this reflection to draw you in, and I love the parallel and the mirroring of these cars. I think that works very nicely, actually. Yeah, it's just a really nice shot, actually. Good use of reflection here, Steph. Let me know if there's any other kind of words that you would like me to use to describe things. I might get a thesaurus next week whilst I'm doing this. Steph again. Through a window to a window. I think this works well because it's almost the doubling back again of a reflection, and you can just kind of see this kind of arm and the camera, the phone there. I think that's really nice, and really works well in black and white, doesn't it? Just because of bringing out the contrast with the lines in between there, the blinds. Yes, good. Mr. Guy Sankey. I keep looking back at this picture because I think it's just got so much in it. Again, as you would expect with your typical street photography, so I think this has worked absolutely perfectly. You've got someone down here painting the bench. And as I came back a few other times to look at this, I noticed this person sat outside here, I think having a cigarette. And you can see into the gardens. I just think it works so well as kind of life is still going on, even though there doesn't feel like a lot of it out there. And it's kind of, I love this composition as well because you're just kind of sneaking a peek out. So I think it works. I think it does work really well. Steph's again there. I do like that, and again, it's Steph. It's great. It's the angles. I think that works nicely. John, again, as I said here in this comment, I love the composition, the middling up here, and I like how it acts as kind of almost like a metaphorical barrier, really, to not being out and kind of that longing again for outside. And you can only see a bit of the bike. How great's that? We're kind of, so we see that, and that's a sense of, knowing John and how much he likes to get out, and that bike is kind of that sense of kind of freedom, and whether it's a case of not actually wanting to look at it, or it's there but you can't see all of it because you can't. It's kind of almost unobtainable to be out on it at the minute. So I think that works really nicely. Great in black and white as well, isn't it? I mean, contrast. Guy, that's a great shot, I think. Using the reflection of the mirror, you used one in the previous one as well, which could be a nice strand, actually. I think that could be quite something you could kind of look at. It would be quite distinctive for your stuff if you're kind of getting a bit of a voice through photography. And that's a really nice effect again. Mirroring the window, looking out, looking through a mirror, looking out. Guy, this is another really, really good, and this would be a great, if we're out kind of street photography with the group, this would be something I think that someone would capture and everyone would say that's a really, really great picture. The shadow, as Steph had put here, is a great comment. Feels like shadows of ourselves at the minute. Of course, it's so poignant, really, really nice. You can't see the person, but you know that kind of life is still there. Again, that other picture, you kind of see it, and you've all captured really nicely the sense of life is still kind of out there, and that works so well. The last two, great to see Vanessa on here, kind of posting stuff up as well, and trying some stuff out as well, having fun with shutter speed. That's exactly what I'm hoping you're going to be doing with these sessions each week, And you're trying things, you're putting filters on stuff, you're thinking creatively as you normally would do. Push yourselves. Don't be afraid to kind of take chances with stuff and just see what happens. And this is a great example of it. The trails, the longer exposure. It'd be nice to know what your settings were on there as well, Vanessa. Just because it works so well. And in terms of this theme of the street photography, capturing, the sense of belonging. The sense of longing and wanting, back to normality. We're kind of just seeing, I guess, kind of sketches and etches of life in these images that kind of, it's there, when you can't see the car and you can't see the person, but there's a shadow and there's a streak of light. Just a really, really nice shot. And your first one as well, which I really liked. This is fab, irrespective of the whole composition. I mean, everything in it works so well. With a window open as well, really nice, drawing you out. A lot of people have been shooting with the window closed, which does work, but this is a sense of I'm opening up and I'm looking out. I love the horizontal line of the road. You've captured people in movement, life in movement. The sunset. I mean, again, it's one that I just kind of keep coming back to look at because I think it works so nicely. And that's it. Just, I'm so grateful and appreciative to be able to be kind of doing this and keeping in contact with you. Keep it up. It's just fantastic. I look forward to seeing stuff this week. I'm going to hand back to myself. Is it in the third? Well, I guess in the third person, isn't it, in a way? Bye. Again, the standard of work was just amazing. So I've created a little gallery which you can see. If you go into the discussion thread on the Creative Remedies Flickr group page, then you can see and interact with that. You can see the gallery, there's a link on there through the discussion, plus you can just look at all the photos. Keep commenting, keep sharing, keep posting your stuff up, because people have been commenting saying they've had like over 100 views on their images, so it's not just this group that's going to get to see them. You're contributing to a wider kind of sharing platform, which is fantastic. If you're new to this and you need to look and get on Flickr, then the first video in the thread on the Facebook page for Creative Remedies, as you're there now, that shows you how to get onto Flickr and join. The other thing I was going to maybe suggest was that we maybe do a Zoom kind of conference call on a Friday lunchtime. Message on the Facebook, message on the thread. Let me know what you think.